Hello everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. I'm Chris Page and today's Starting 11 prediction show is backed by OneFootball. If you've not downloaded the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. It's a belter football app. You can get all your stats, obviously your scores. You can turn little notifications on for those games and stuff. If you're playing fancy footy and just want notifications for certain strikers maybe that you've got, then do that. There's loads of videos on there as well. And as I say, all the stats around Liverpool Football Club you can get from the OneFootball app. They've supported us throughout lockdown, throughout this COVID-19 pandemic. If you could support them by downloading the app, click that link in the description, it would be massively appreciated. So we are here to try and predict Jurgen Klopp's lineup for Lincoln City versus Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, but it's going to be a difficult one. And I'm going to start, as I always do, with the goalkeeper, and this time I'm going to go with Adrian. I think he comes in for Alisson Becker. I know Kelleher is obviously there or thereabouts as well. I think Adrian's probably the cup keeper for both competitions, FA Cup and Carabao this season. And then a left back, I think it's a debut for Kostas Tsimikas, and I'll be excited if he does indeed get his debut at left back. And you know, we want to see what's he like. Is he going to be like Andy Robertson? Are we going to get that same level of output from him? Is he going to be up bombing up and down that left hand side, whipping those balls in like we know we can after seeing his highlight videos and everything? So I'm really excited to see Tsimikas. Leave me your starting 11s in the comment section, of course, as well, and we'll come to some of your comments towards the end. So alongside Tsimikas, I've gone for Vandenberg, and I've gone for Cometio as well. Now, I did toy with the idea of putting like a Virgil or a Joe Gomez in, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a little bit of strength throughout the centre of the team, a little bit further up, and play these two lads together. And then we've got Nico Williams on that right-hand side. Now, looking at it, it's not our strongest back four, I think you can say that, certainly. Tsimikas obviously coming in his debut, and then basically three young lads. So maybe it would be better to have someone, and then Gomez been fully fit, maybe fit for the weekend, maybe Gomez comes in, or Virgil van Dijk, or Nat Phillips could even get a start at centre-half. But I do think Nat Phillips is probably on his way out, so give the opportunity to set Vandenberg, give it to Billy Cometio as well. Ahead of them, I said I'm going to bring experience in, and I'm going to bring the most experienced player into the number 6 at Liverpool, and that's Jimmy Milner. He'll wear the captain's armband for me in this game, and certainly for this starting 11, and he'll just be there tasked to make sure that he protects Billy and Sepp. That's his job, and he talks them through the game from in front of him. That's what I want to see from James Milner. Now on that left hand side there, I'm gonna play Naby Keita. Now I don't know why really. And I'm going to go with Curtis Jones. And Kurt Jones, I know why. I want to see him get football, but I do think it'll be a Naby Keita, a Gini Wijnaldum. Maybe you'd see a little bit of Thiago in there as well. Who knows if Thiago maybe drops into the 6, and then maybe Milner plays on that left-hand side. And again, talks Tsimikas through the game. But I'm going to go with Naby Keita. I'm just rolling the dice on this one. I think we all know what we want to see from Kurt Jones. We want to see him busting forwards. We want to see him taking control of this side and going out there and proving why he's involved in Liverpool's first team this season, showcasing that he's maybe one of the best players on the pitch, and really sort of driving forward, getting shots off, helping with the wingers to overlap and stuff like that. And then talking about wingers, I'm going to go for one of Liverpool's new men, Thiago and Jota, over on that left-hand side. I want to see him cutting in, Mane-esque. I want to see him pressing. I want to see him go and cause issues to the Lincoln defenders when they are on the ball. I'll be excited to see how he performs in his debut. If he does get the nod over on the right-hand side, another inverted winger, I'm going to go with Harvey Elliott. We know all about Harvey Elliott. We've seen him in the Cups last year. I want to see him in the Cups this year. And ahead of him, I'm going to go Minamino. And there's a reason that I've gone Minamino and I've left Divock Origi out, but I'll talk that through after the substitutes. So, substitutes, I'm going to go Gini Wijnaldum. I'm going to go Divock Origi. I'm going to go Xherdan Shaqiri if he's available, which he might be. I'm going to throw Thiago on the bench, give him maybe 30 minutes as well, but I want him in our Arsenal team, so that's why he's on the bench. I'm going to go Fabinho, Virgil, and Caoimhin Kelleher as well. So there's experience on the bench there. There's a couple of lads here who probably need a little bit of game time. If you're not cutting Van Dijk on there, Fabinho can add that little bit of steel to the middle, or he could jump in at centre-half if they're both having a disaster clash. Then you've got Kelleher obviously backing up, give Alisson the night off. Thiago, as I say, I want 30 minutes from Thiago. The big talking point really is, why is Divock not in my starting 11? Well, I'm not sure Divock stays around this season. I'm not sure he stays around after the transfer window. So I'm just going out on a limb and saying you'd rather see Minamino in the 9. and see how he does, because he knows all about Divock Origi. I think you learn a little bit more about putting Minamino in that number 9 position. So let me know your thoughts on that as well in the comments section. So let's get into it. I want to see a cup team, one that we use solely for domestic competitions, that isn't altered between fixtures. Not very pragmatic, but keeps the key players fresh for the Prem and Champions League at AK cents. And that's kind of what I've done there as well, isn't it? I've gone for essentially a team where you can just rotate all 11 players. So I hope you like that one. And I'm just going to try and get back into the live comments, because once again, they've disappeared and not updated since the show started. Thiago doesn't need a run-in against Lincoln City, says Riley Olsen. You're probably absolutely 100% spot on, but I just want to see him play football, okay? Where is Brewster? Well, I'm not sure he's around either. So, yeah, I think, apologies, everybody. And Wilson as well. I'm not sure they've got, I don't know, just the rumblings around the club at the moment. You know what? It's probably a bit of an error. Let's just go for the fact that, like, take Van Dijk out of there, and we'll put Brewster in there somewhere if we can find him. Oh, goodness me. There's Ox. There's Keanu Hoover. He doesn't play for us anymore, but I've got a card for him. Jesus. Right, we'll put Leon Brewster on the bench, and we'll take Big Virgil van Dijk out. You're probably right there. Joel George, I don't know why I'm excited. I'm most excited about Chimikas. It's because we've not seen him play properly. He's obviously not had a debut. That's probably why. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. Peter R. Thiago starts as prep for Arsenal. Ooh. And that's why I want to see him get 30 minutes as well. Chamberlain, question mark, says Dylan McCarthy. Yeah, he's injured, isn't he? So there's no way Chamberlain's going to be starting. Van Dijk up top and spam the crosses in, says Plop. Like that. Let's see a full team. SkyTech Sky, Adrian, Chimikas, Matip. I think he's injured, mate, for another few weeks. Cometio, he said, in fact, Klopp said about Joel Matip that it'll be after the international break. Cometio, Williams, Grujic, there's a shout. Milner, Minamino, Elliott, Jota, Brewster. Yeah, Kieran, K.A., Adrian, Nico, Gomez, Cometio, Chimikas, Jones, Milner, Elliott, Taki, Jota, and Origi. So is that a midfield 3 of Jones, Milner and Elliott? That is a strong midfield 3 and a very attacking midfield 3 as well. Finley Craig says Gomez is fit. Gomez is fit. It was Matip I was talking about. Gomez was supposed to be available like Monday, Tuesday. I'm just not sure whether you rush him into this game, because I want him in the Arsenal side, to be honest. And maybe Klopp does it. Maybe Klopp sees Fabinho, or maybe you throw Fabinho in alongside one of these 2 young lads to get him more used to the centre-back position and be able to talk the young lads through as well. Yeah, talk the young lads through as well. Adam Moggy just quite simply says Jota hat-trick, and I'm going to add incoming on that one. Thiago is a B-Tech Ruben Loftus-Cheek, 2 out of 10 lad, says Sakwar Dick. And we dicked you last week, didn't we? Enjoy that. Thank you very much for the comments. Pajax, thoughts on where Grujic is at the moment? Is he sticking around? We see him in a red shirt again. Jesse Rowling, sorry. I'm not sure. I always thought for the longest time that it was a player that Klopp liked, but because we've not really seen him, it's hard to then think that he's got faith in him. Now, if he uses him in the cups and stuff, yeah, we maybe change it, but I always err on the side of, if I've not seen Klopp do it, I'm probably not going to go for it. Where is Karius? Not messing around there. Mohamed Al-Tuaimi, 4-2-3-1, Origi in the 9, Minamino in the 10. Kind of like that, to be honest with you. Maybe something like a Milner and a Jones as a midfield 2. Minamino behind Origi. That would be nice to see, actually. Joe Rainbird, Minamino hat-trick. Lincoln are a very, very physical side to Ben Pryor. Thank you very much, Ben. So maybe not the 2 centre-halves. Maybe we do put a bit of a stronger centre-half in there. John Rhodes, thank you for the super chat. Taki to score. Chimikas to assist. Wouldn't that be nice? I agree. Agreed. Is this an FA Cup match as Pineapple? No, it is the EFL Cup or the Carabao Cup, the Rumbelows Cup, the League Cup, the Coca-Cola Cup, the Capital One Cup, you name it, it's been called it. Brewster and Divock up top, says Sundeep Dillon. Brewster hat-trick, says Emmanuel Kawati. Listen, that has been an absolute pleasure. I know full well that I've got no hope in hell of getting this side right. So there are just 11 lads there, but I would like to think that I've got a few of them right. If you agree or disagree, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button. it really does help the algorithm. And we'll see you next time on the Redmen TV.